People that come in here attempting to troll or make a wisecrack, you had no idea my spiritual ranking. And that was very disrespectful of you to call me DMX. That was real disrespectful. But most of the times, when you line up and come into a space like this, and you don't even know who I am, you're not familiar with this platform, it's almost 100% probability that you got somebody in the afterlife that needs your assistance. And unbeknownst to you, it's been the efforts of my own dearly departed that's been helping them. And you owe. You hear me? You owe. So don't come in here with them wise tracks. Yeah, go ahead, slither on up out of here. Because you're embarrassing them right now. You don't even know it. And then you just disrespected, and the ancestors be with him, DMX. On top of that. That shit gotta get returned. That disrespect is gonna correlate another way. Like, I gotta tell people that, man. I gotta tell them that. And most times, after people come into a space like this and say some old goofy shit, they'll assume that I didn't put a spell on them, a hex on them. I don't do none of that bullshit. That's why I always tell y'all, I don't mess with the Baphomet. I don't mess with Lucifer. I don't mess with Lilith. I don't mess with none of that shit. I gotta always get that disclaimer. If you know damn well something brought you here to line you up to come see me at this very moment. Right? You're not following the platform or nothing like that. Someone or a circumstance or situation aligned you to be here. Right? Don't blow that opportunity. Don't blow it. How y'all doing today? So my man 46969 all up in the building. What is the science behind the monks not eating at the 12 noon? Is it because of the sun's position? I know they learned that in Egypt, that they are trying to accomplish. I don't know, man. You would have to ask the Buddhists. I'm not a Buddhist, so you would have to ask them that, right? What I do know is during the summertime, you want to eat as much celery as possible. You want to eat as much fruit as possible. Much things that have a lot of hydrogen, because during the summer, rather you're eating at 8 a.m., 12 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. That food is cooking in your stomach. Whatever you eat, it's going to cook in your stomach, especially during the summertime, because your soul receives more photonic energy during the summertime. It gives you an extra boost and an extra charge. And you don't even really need to eat that tough in the summer. Yeah, cucumbers. I like to take cucumbers and pineapples. That clears your colon out. Cucumbers and pineapples, a half a lime or lemon or both, and blend it up in the blender. You know, get you one of them. Put a teaspoon of moringa in there. You be good for the day. Gallon of water. 19 glasses of water every day. The more water you drink, the clearer you could think, the clearer you could hear, the clearer you see, the clearer you smell and taste, and the clearer you could hear. Right? You're welcome, beloved. But yeah, you had to talk to the Buddhists though, 6ix9ine. You gotta ask them. I'm not a Buddhist. just to keep everything in its appropriate context. You know, I'm gonna set that standard for y'all. You see, your average self-taught nigga, you would have asked them that question, and they would have, oh yeah, you know, the Buddhists, they do this and do that, and they not even a fucking Buddhist. Man, I received news about Prince Henry. They said Prince Henry just got locked up for the Epstein files. I don't know how true that is. Uh, but that motherfucker got 7 clones. He took a clone out the closet, like it's patting him on the ass, like, yeah, go ahead, go to jail for a current event. Because I don't watch the news. I get my news secondhand. You know, I know they wagging the dog, but that's the latest thing. Everybody's so uh, fascinated with the Epstein files all of a sudden. Like this, like so-called conspiracy theorists haven't been advocating for a lot of this stuff. I want to give a shout out to Donald Marshall. I know they done wiped a lot of his content off the internet, but I could literally remember 10 years ago when Donald Marshall was telling them about the arena pits. That if one wears black a lot, does it mean your earth chakra is out of balance? No, man. What you wear ain't got nothing to do with your chakras to a degree. But I don't know where y'all be. Where did you get that from? Whoever told you that shit, you should have asked they asked that question. That's right, 69. They want to hear it from the news. Straight zombies. People be zombies, man. Everything that I say, if a white man say that, every so-called black woman in America would be all ears. And the reason why I say them, because a lot of them work for white men. You know, they be having that bed witch syndrome. They be having bed witch syndrome, man. That shit is crazy. That's out the tennis. You see, I'm trying to work on myself. They cuss you out and say all type of shit about you. White man to tell them some shit, then get from behind their face and say, nigger. They won't bring you to their family dinner table. Stop listening to their ass. Man. Yeah, but they said they got Prince Henry. And shout out to Donald Marshall, man. Donald Marshall, they've been molesting and raping him for years. People were saying he was crazy when he was saying that. Any of y'all know about Donald Marshall? Check him out. They didn't wipe a lot of his videos off the YouTube. You familiar with him? All right. Yeah, all this information is kind of old. Like, man, do I go back further than that? No, I say about 10 years. That's when I first became aware of him. Maybe a little bit before that. But he was uploading like crazy, man. And he said they cloned him. When I first started telling people about the clones, they and how they outside of the source of Ramesses lives and just finding other sources that were unaffiliated with Ramesses lives, right knowledge, and the scrolls authored by Dr. Malachi Zadok York. I used to look for other sources because he always say, "Don't believe me, go check it out." And I would always find 2 or 3 sources, and I would go down their proverbial rabbit holes and see how far and how deep things would go. And of course, it would be shadow banned, and of course, people would say, "Oh, that dude's crazy. He's making that up. He just wants some attention." What about now? All y'all people owe Donald Marshall an apology, you know. And I empathize with that man because they've been molesting him since he was about 4 or 5 years old. You know, he had to grow up in what he called the torture arenas with the royal family, you know, and the reptilian overlords that they serve. All that shit sounded crazy. He the one that broke the news about Bernie Mac. Said what happened to Bernie Mac. And I heard a whole bunch of people saying that stuff about Bernie Mac and how they cloned him. Because what they do is they make a clone of you and torture your clone. And you start feeling all of the stuff that's going on with that particular clone. It happened with Britney Spears. He was talking about Britney Spears, how she would, remember when she was going crazy and shit, and she cut all her hair off and stuff? That's because they made clones of her. And it said that they was raping the clone so much that she couldn't sleep, and she was feeling all of the agony that that clone was going through. And at the time when this man was making these accusations, a lot of people were saying that, oh, he's crazy, he's a nut job, he's making that up. But no, he wasn't making that shit up, man. He wasn't making it up. They get your ass into that little room and make you take that pledge not to say nothing, you know, and then they clone your ass. Take a picture of your hair and clone you. And now they got you. You ain't going to enjoy that wealth they give you access to. They going to make sure that they'll give you whatever you want to, but you ain't going to enjoy it. They going to make sure that, you know. But he talked about the Queen of England and how the Queen of England, you know, she liked to, you know, eat babies and shit like that. This shit is not nothing new. It's just it's for the sheep. But they done moved on to another agenda now. If they put it in the public domain, they done already moved on from that shit, and they on some next shit. they on some next shit. They setting up the next orchestrated chicanery and trickery and manipulated spell tactics to endow you with. And they using this as a proxy, right? That's right, Mother Eden Bird. The child that was climbing out the window in the palace trying to get away. Yo, man, this shit is for real. That shit is for real. All of your celebrities, they done all took hot dogs in the mouth and in the anal cavity. They have. If they've been all over the TV and all over the billboards, please believe it. They done got your ass. He said Trey Burke. Shouts out to Trey Burke. I know I'm from Michigan. I know Trey Burke. He said if you want to make it big in the NBA, you got to do some evil shit. You do. You do, man. Remember, I told y'all that the other day. Man. You must have found that after I don't know if I said that on YouTube or I said it on TikTok, but yeah, that shit is true. I'm telling y'all, they just not gonna let you have your way, man. They not. Not if you're gonna be using their shit. You said it's viral on TikTok. That's good. That's good. That's a great report, 6ix9ine. I'm glad that shit, like that shit, everything got to get out, man. Because the next generation, they being duped and fooled just how we was. I remember when I found out about the Illuminati and the Roman Catholic Church and, you know, the Red Dragon Society and, you know, the White Brotherhood, you know what I mean? And how they control the rap industry and shit. I didn't feel bad about not wanting to be a rapper and not wanting to be signed. Didn't feel bad about it. And I used to hear about the sex dungeons. I would hear about it. I'm like, damn, they be doing people like that for real? Like, yeah, man. For 24 hours, they got to manhandle your ass. You got to let them do whatever the fuck they want to do to you. I'm telling you. So when you see people with, you know, if you want to, it's a ceiling that they'll let you get to on your own. But once you get there, oh, they got to step in and compromise you. They're going to attempt to. If you don't, they're not going to let you go past that certain ceiling. Shouts out to Black Moon and Buckshot Shorty, right? Boot Camp Clique. None of the Boot Camp Clique blew up. Smith and Wesson. Shouts out to them too. I used to love them, brother. I still do. I still listen to the old shit. But none of them people could blow up because they wasn't willing to take that schlong down their throat. They wasn't willing to take one up their ass either. You got to have some integrity. So when you see people across these platforms and they getting all this money and doing all these tours and shit, that's because they done sold they soul. If you could be sold, you could be bought. If you could be bought, then you could be sold. Please know that. It ain't no getting away from it. Once you in, it ain't no getting out. You hear me? And shouts out to my man Dogface out of Pontiac, Michigan. What up, though? You know, I consider you Detroit alumni. Even though you from Pontiac, I know you be up in the D. And that brother made a very interesting point the other day. I caught him on a little short. And he said, all of these weak ass, sassy ass, zesty ass actors, musicians, producers that have been manhandled by Puffy did not have enough courage to stand up and castigate him in a negative light and say what he done did to them. It took Cassie. It took Cassie to stand up to this nigga. His little sex toy. You know what I mean? His little fuck doll that he didn't have for years. It took her. She had more balls than Jamie Foxx, Tyrese, y'all know Tyrese. I don't know that nigga last. Is it Gibson? Whatever his last name is. Tyrese, Jamie Foxx, Biggie Smalls. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Mason Betha. I'm telling you, man. Y'all niggas ain't got, I know they didn't give you this schlong. Anybody that rock with, man, they not going to let you get access to that shit in case you taking schlong. They not. But ain't none of them niggas have enough courage to stand up to that nigga. It took Cassie to do it. They said the Wu-Tang too. Yeah, the Wu-Tang, but you got to realize they shadow banned the Wu-Tang. They didn't let the Wu-Tang blow up. They banned them from Hot 97. They banned them. They had to leave this country. Now, see, if you leave this country and go do your thing, that's different. Like I said, they'll let you get to a certain stature. But if you think back and look at the Wu, the Wu had the people, but still, that's why they killed old dirty bastard. He was out there he was telling you what was going on. Right? You said, I think the wrong link was pressed. But you still found it though. I had to go on the Prism. I just leave that prompt in to let y'all know. But I had to go through the Prism app so I could flip the camera around. So when we get on the board. Then don't go to the UK though. They're gonna meet your ass there. Hey, I plan on going to the UK. Yeah, they be in the UK, but you know, some of the biggest Wu-Tang supporter was out of Korea, Tokyo, Japan, some Chinese countries. They was like Wu fanatics. And I wouldn't doubt it. Like, you know, with the RZA and all that, I know they didn't touch that nigga up. I know they have. You got fucking with Quentin Tarantino and all of that shit, man. You just don't get access to do all that type of shit. And you you ain't been in them sex dungeons. They don't play them type of games. Right? But all that shit gotta come out. I told y'all, we will have clarity in this great day and time. And all the people that used to say that I was afraid and I uh I was scared of success and I didn't want to be a rapper. They was just trying to get my ass in there because I got bars. I got bars like a soap factory. You know what I mean? I make a nigga not want to rap. Just like I make a motherfucker not want to teach and not try to challenge me. I could do that with rapping too. That's why I'm so good with this shit. You know what I mean? You said out of all the things, why that? I don't know what you mean. Exactly. I think I know what you mean. Oh yeah, Method Man. What's the name? Tried to stand up. They was like, man, we got to get rid of this nigga. ODB. They had to get rid of him. You see, Master Killer didn't blow up. The Jizza didn't blow up. That's why I said you can't just say the whole Wu-Tang like that. Because they got banned from Hot 97. That's the biggest radio station in New York. In fact, none of the radio stations in New York played them. But Meth got with Puff Daddy, you know. I know a few things. I ain't gonna say it on here, y'all, but I'm just telling y'all got to come out the seminar. When y'all come out the seminar, I'll let you know some things. Because I was right there. I was right on the cups. And shouts out to the Supreme Grandmaster Teacher. He swooped in right in time. Right? Because if you don't be forward, they'll rape your ass too. Don't think that all these people was just hunky-dory and just down for the get down. Sometimes they'll drug you and rape you. And then show it to you on video, and now you ain't, you in there. That's right. For what is it to profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Exactly. And the same goes for the women too. The same thing go for the women. All them porno stars, remember the porno stars? That shit be cute when they in their 20s. But when they get 40 and shit like that, a lot of them be broke and homeless and they start going out their mind because everybody that they, that then jacked off to their ass, they start seeing them in the streets and, sometimes they get accosted. They can't even put the charge up because it's like, oh man, we know who you are. Damn police might even rape you. And then now you can't have no children. You can't even have no life because everybody only know you for one thing. And you can't shake that. You know what I mean? You can't shake it. You got to think long term. I keep telling y'all, you only get 100 years here. You only get 100 years. That's all you get. Don't make nobody make you impatient. Don't make nobody feel like you got to rush to do something and to keep up with the Joneses. And hey, we doing this. You need to do it too. Don't get tricked out your freedom and don't get tricked out of your integrity. Don't let people manipulate you with material things, right? Don't let them do that, man. Like I said, their rulership is up. The time is over. All this shit is being revealed. And everybody that has allowed themselves willingly to be compromised, now they getting exposed. It ain't nothing they can do about it. The whole new regime is changing now. Everything has been exposed. Your country is being ran by the state of Israel, right? They in the pedophiles. They are pedophiles. I told y'all about the Nabla group. And look up Nabla, Nabla. You could go see the timestamp that I started putting it in the public domain because everybody in the tech space, they already been, y'all know I've been telling y'all about that. What now? Wasn't I putting that shit out there? But before they dropped the Epstein files, I was telling y'all about that. And I knew about it longer than that. And see, they'll keep telling like, oh yeah, They was molesting little underage girls. They was doing little boys too. They act like they wasn't doing that to little boys. Hot dogs and pizza. Barack Obama. That's right. They was putting that nigga on blast. That was back in 2008. Think about that. I've been knowing about Pizzagate since 2008. It's 2026. That's a long ass time. So when people be having so much to say, they got so much political perspective about things. And most of the people that do they be so emotionally involved into politics, they don't even know the 3 branches of government. You ain't even educated about the stuff. The same way like a Christian that try to, they be overly passionate about their religious convictions and don't even read the damn book. When you see people like that, just know beyond a shadow of a doubt that these people are under a spell. They have been spellbound. They haven't addressed that deficit. They end up like Neo in the Matrix when they woke him up. When Morpheus showed him what was going on. What's the first thing that Neo said? No, this is not happening. This is some bullshit. Get me out of this. This is bullshit. It's like he about to pop. It was too much truth for him to process. It's like I told you we shouldn't have woke him up. He too old. See, once you get a certain age, you automatically in pocket with that shit. You will end up going along to get along. And shouts out to Melly Mel. I was talking to Melly Mel last night. I told her, like, yo, man, you'll be hard pressed to try to gaslight me with that bullshit. You'll be hard pressed to try to gaslight me, period. Not in case you want to be called a liar, but that's all you can end up being with me is a lie. You know what I mean? If you're not standing in the truth, you're going to be a lie. And what you're talking about is going to get exposed. It's going to have too many holes and gaps and inconsistency. I told you guys before, I'm beyond debate. I'm beyond debate. You can ask questions. And I'm going to ask your ass some questions. You said what he found out? Yeah, man. Did you know they got underground tunnels from Disney that go to Epstein Island? Did y'all also know that Oprah Winfrey got the closest residence to Epstein Island? And she also has a tunnel that's leading from Disney to her crib out there? Did y'all know she also stay in the same neighborhood as P. Diddy? Come on, man. Motherfuckers better wake up. They think it's a game. Everybody think it's a game until that shit knock on their door. Once it knock on your door, then it's like, oh shit, help me. And they won't help. Help me. Something, they messing with me. Right? It shit be so real. And I tell y'all, let me say this too. Stop making yourself an organ donor. Stop making yourself an organ donor, especially if you're a melanated person. So they put that out there. Yeah. The little children. It's a warrant for Oprah's arrest in South Africa right now. Why y'all think she stopped doing her show? She knew all this shit was going to come out. And if she would have kept doing her show after that, them allegations would have started pressing. See, they got Harvey Weinstein. That was her main guy. And little South American Catholic priest that been touching on the kids. Not to mention Mother Teresa. They just try to sweep this shit up under the rug. You hear me? There's some, everything got to come out, man. He tried to castigate Dr. York for the same shit. And they try to drag him all the way through the mud. Let me see y'all have that same energy for Bill Clinton, who loved little boys. Let me see you have that same energy for Barack Obama and Michael Obama. That's a man. See, in the Caucasian circles of the elite and the bankers, that's nothing to be smoking dicks. That ain't shit to them. That's just, I'm watching a show right now on HBO Max called The Industry. They just smoking dicks on there like it's a matter, like it's nothing. I always fast forward it past the scenes. They rowing the man and all type of stuff on there. I'm like, damn, man, why they always gotta have this shit? They gotta advocate and push it. Because that depletes reproduction. Shit is fucked up. But like I said, nobody want to hear it until it hit home. And all you really got to do is read, study your lessons, and build your inner power. Deposit your energy into the dearly departed to give them the necessary strength and capability to continue to set up a line of a defense around you. Because they see you got a strong enough line of defense, they're not going to fuck with you. Because like I told y'all, at best, you got 100 years here, at best. I don't care how rich you is, how much prestige you got, how many nuclear weapons you got hold of, how much influence you have, you still got to check out of here. And all that shit going to come back to you too. So just know that. Nobody get away with shit. You seen Queen Elizabeth. I said that the other day. She was holding on like a motherfucker trying not to die. That old raggedy bitch lived to be about 100 years old, maybe 101, something like that. She was doing her damnedest like shit. She knows she got to feel the fire. Like, I do not want to go. Not because they don't want to die. It's just the fact that, shit, all the fucked up shit I done did to so many people. That shit got to come back on me. I don't want that. So don't allow them to waste your time, y'all. Then am I going to have big guns at the seminar? I don't know. Not enough people have purchased tickets. You know, when people purchase those tickets ahead of time, that allows me to print up extra stuff. But if they don't do it, it ain't gonna be none. It ain't gonna be none. You might have to come to you might just have to place your order. Yeah. But not enough people purchasing them tickets. And I keep telling the people, like, yo, don't wait to come up to the door. Just not the club. And the only reason I keep saying that, because I know people be flying in from out of town and all that shit. Don't presume that everything is working around you. You will get up there and I'm trying to negate having a long line. Having a long line of people and be like, all right, that's enough for the day. We can't take nobody else. Be like, damn, that's fucked up, Doc. I came all the way from Virginia. I drove down. Oh man, I came all the way from Philly. Like, damn, why you ain't just buy the fucking ticket? You do that for everything else you do. And I've been telling y'all this shit since September. October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 6 months. Yeah, but enough people don't do it. I seen that this morning in meditation. People like, damn, where all the ancestor money at? Like, hey man, shit. Y'all ain't purchased enough tickets, so I focused on the t-shirts instead. I focused on the vinyl and putting other shit together, making the tech, putting together gift bags. You know. Hey man, a lot of people they got that floridic stare. They got that floridic stare. That shit happened on one seminar before. I had a couple of people. I hated to upset them like that or to disappoint them. I was like, yo, man, why you ain't? Like, oh, man, I thought I could just do it at the door. I was like, that's why I say seating is limited. That's why I always say that. Like, yo, seating is limited because it's a fire hazard, right? To have people packed into a small space. Then people will say, well, shit, why don't you get a bigger space? Then I'm going to have to make the tickets even more. They already be complaining about the price. And it's like, yo, that shit, a Tony Robbins event, he ain't even giving half the type of knowledge I'm giving. That nigga want $4,500 to sit in the back, $7,500 to sit in the front. And he only gonna talk to you for 3 or 4 hours. You can't ask him no questions. And he got a whole bunch of products for sale too. You know. But I don't know. We just have to wait and see. I'll let you know. I'll keep you abreast of that, Shamari, in those regards. Yeah, but a lot of stuff starting to be revealed. And I know a lot of people owe Donald Marshall an apology. Y'all owe that man an apology, man. He was putting his life on the line. They done cloned him so many times. You know, having aneurysms and shit. So you need that Mansa Musa. Hey, that Mansa Musa do what it do, don't it? Cleared everybody up out of that motherfucker. Only person, you know, I talked to you yesterday. But shit, you see what it is. You see what it do, man. You can't play with that thing, man. That shit move motherfuckers up out your way. See, sometimes people will look for some type of financial relief, but a lot of times it's about the spiritual currency and having that space to flourish, that space for abundance to come into your life. First, you need that. He said these so-called spiritual influencers are upset because less people. Yeah, man, they don't have nothing to offer. No, they're not of service. Many of them belong to Masonic temples and stuff like that. And they're predatorizing people. That's why I look for people that are new. So I can hip them to it and get people used to asking questions. Make these motherfuckers uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Make their ass uncomfortable. They see me in their little lives and shit, they just gloss right past my questions. Y'all see how I do? Somebody say something like, yo, man, you skipped my question. I don't be trying to skip your question. You see, I'm up here writing on the damn board. I'm breaking shit down. And the person to be like, man, this nigga trying to ignore me. Motherfucker, you see what I'm doing. The fuck you mean? I go and look through it like, let me see your question. I don't like the question to get away from my ass. I was groomed to answer questions. But I go into people's lives sometimes and I ask the question, man, they just gloss right past that shit. They gloss right past the question, like, shit. Watch, like, I'll do it this evening. You know, I'm going to somebody TikTok. Watch how they whole demeanor change the second I come into the room. That'd be a telltale sign for me with certain content creators, right? And spiritual influencers that's online. I come in that room, they whole posture, everything shift the fuck up. And they're not gonna answer the question. Some of them do. Some of them do. I can't say all of them don't. You got some official people, but there's some that's not official. And be like, man, I don't want to answer this nigga question. He gonna ask me something I can't answer. And I don't even be attempting to ask you something that you can't answer. I'm just asking to see the degree of integrity of what it is that you're presenting. But a lot of times people don't have that. But we was groomed to be that way as a new wab, right? Wabs are priests. We know that's scripture. We don't know nothing else. That's all our teacher taught us out of was the scripture. He authored a litany of books, but he only taught out the scripture. And the reason being is because that's where most souls are trapped, is in the scripture. And the souls that are trapped there, they don't read it. Like, damn, y'all don't, you ain't have you read this? Like, damn, I ain't never read that before. Hey, your ass don't read. You remember what they used to say in the 30s and the 40s? You want to hide the truth from a nigga, just put it in a book. Because he ain't gonna read it. Right? This shit is just, it's true. Some people will come into the live and they'll ask me a question. I'll be like, damn, did you Google that? No, I didn't. I wanted to see what you had to say. I said, this is what I got to say. I go grab my phone and Google that shit. Like, look, this is what that's what that is. Damn, we could have did that. I'm here for the other end of your discernments from what you've researched. So you look something up and it doesn't register on a 9 ether frequency for you, then you bring that type of shit to me. Other than that, you could look, it's too much technology out here, right? It's too much. And I be doing people a disservice. I want people to apply themselves. I want you to apply yourself. Like I tell y'all, I'm here to wake up that lion in you. I'm here to wake up that tiger in you. I'm here to wake up that ibis bird, that phoenix bird, that falcon, that eagle, right? That hawk, that vulture. I'm here to wake that motherfucker up so you can get down and boogie. I want to see you do your thing. I want to see you tap into your greatest potential. Because someone wanted that for me. And what I want for myself, I got to want that for my brother, my sister, my fathers, and my mothers. Why wouldn't I not? Right? Yeah, that stuff starts shifting shit around. Motherfuckers get going. It's the hickers that's in that money, and especially in the big gun because it's more expanded. So, yo, that shit be stationing itself. It like get docked in a certain location in your environment, and it'll just sit there. And the being to walk through it, or the energetic resonance that it leaves from the sequence of power that's in the note. Yo, if a person is off or they got too many attachments, that attachment is what's driving them away. Like, yo, we got to get this motherfucker out of here. You got all this orgone and shit. Like, they can't stand orgone. They hate that shit. I'm talking about the demons that be occupying these beings' vessels. You know, they ain't got nowhere to go in my house. They got to go into the pipes. If you're having a lot of plumbing problems and water problems, because you got demons that can't come into your home. So they that's where they got to hide at. You know, they attempting to find a way to get the fuck up out of your house. Especially once you start burning that sage and Palo Santo and all of that. It's like, shit. But a lot of people got demonic attachments and they're not addressing their deficits. So they'll never pull back the layers of themselves and realize that they have that attachment on them. It could be living with you for 30 or 40 years and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? He said pine and cedar. Now you really need some ammonia. Because when you talk about pine, people put they put pine trees in their house during Christmas time. you see that? That carry the resonance of the lunatics. People not aware of that shit, man. Niggas don't read. I'm telling you. Yeah, use that ammonia. You right. You can smell them on a person. You can see it superimposed over them. It be superimposed over their posture. When they shoulders all up in here and shit. Motherfuckers got that extra pointy nose. Motherfuckers got demons over them. Yeah, you gonna get that purple rain. Yeah, man, purple rain ain't no joke. Get their ass the fuck up out of there, man. The shit start hiding in the pipes. They don't be nowhere to go. Especially if you got an altar in your home. You got an altar in your home, it's like it's a wrap. Especially if you have an activated altar. Right? See, it's a certain thing, certain techniques that I picked up along the way. This before I even had an altar in my life. I used to study a lot of feng shui, you know, and read about the I Ching and all of that stuff. I was really studious, you know. I never limited myself. And that's what I like so much about Nuwabu is, and my Supreme Grand Master Teacher, he encouraged you to explore and not just staying stuck in one particular place. Like, no, man, cover all corners. Turn over every damn rock. And I was like, oh shit, I'm feeling this shit. I turned everything over except that dark shit because of the attachments that come with it. You know, I remember a sister tried to give me the necromancy book, and she emailed me a PDF copy twice, and that shit didn't even come through. After the second time she did it, I was like, you know what? I don't even want to read it. I'm not supposed to be reading that shit. But that's something I picked up in the spiritual order. There's certain stuff, if you open it up, it'll create an attachment or generate a tentacle to your etheric body. And now that shit start draining your life force. That's why you see beings that got them big black patches up under their eyes. It be all around their eyes. Their eyes be all extra puffy. The motherfuckers got attachments on them. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You gotta use your discernment. You know what I mean? They be all fat and sloppy and barely talking shit. You can hear them breathing when they talking. Like, nah, get away from them type of individuals. I be doing y'all a disservice. I ain't put you up on game. I be doing you a disservice. That's what be going on out here, man. Y'all got any other questions? I know that's right. Tanisha. That's out to Tanisha Thompson. You said, I stay to myself. I know that's right, sister. Fuck that. I stay to myself too. Like, man, shit. I didn't have my fun. I had enough fun. And fun is the prefix to the word funeral. You know. How much fun do you actually need? You got to preserve that shit for the youngins. Let they ass have their fun. But a lot of people got spellbound by Kids R Us. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Therefore, playing with a cat. I know that's right. Shouts out to your cat. Shouts out to Gary, my cat. Gary don't be wanting to play. He an old head. He just be wanting to eat some snacks and shit. Eat a treat and take naps. Where's his ass at? I don't know if he up under here. Yeah. Yeah, but it be some wild shit going on out here, man. All this stuff being revealed and the truth gotta come out, man. You know what I mean? That shit gotta come out. It ain't no running. No more hiding. Everybody that's attached to that shit, your ass gonna be held accountable too. It's gonna really highlight all the people that didn't make it that far. And you're gonna see all the people that went to these hot dog parties just for a little, just so they could be bought and sold. And now all the people that you thought that you had one up on and that you used to flex on and act like you had something going on for, now it's like, oh shit. Now they about to get on your ass. Like, yeah, you was acting like I was doing something wrong because I wasn't getting money like you. But you mean to tell me all this time you've been smoking dicks and getting rammed up the ass like that? That's what was going on. He said to Meek. I was thinking and that nigga said it. Shouts out to Aries. Yo, motherfucker be having. I know I got a little chain on right now, but that's because I'm tapping into my higher heart. That's why I got this here. But they be having all them extra chains. You be seeing all them chains all choking their neck. Like, yo, why y'all need to wear the chain that damn? That shit look like a choker. The hell going on? It'd be too much of that. I could see one, but they got like 10 or 12 chains. That mean that they chained to that shit. And the dude that's ramming them from the back, he grabbing them by that chain while he while he rowing their ass. And shouts out to Dogface, man. Hell yeah, he was tearing Meek ass up. Hell yeah, he was. Everybody you see, Kevin Hart too. Kevin Hart too. You see Mike Epps, y'all seen the Mike Epps special. He's like, shit, I didn't get invited to no Diddy party. I'm glad I wasn't. They know I wasn't gonna keep my mouth shut. You knew I was gonna tell all type of shit. They let me up in that motherfucker. Cause like I said, you gotta be able to use your discernment. If you don't if you don't make it to like superstardom, certain people, you be like, damn, how come that nigga didn't blow up? This person real talented. It's because they already knew that person wasn't gonna be down for that. Or they didn't already made a pass at them, and that person was like, nah, man, I ain't gonna be doing all that. Like, all right, man, we ain't gonna let you, just like what they do with the women, they do it with the men. Y'all know how it is, ladies. They'll play you like that for a job. Hey, you want this job? You don't got to get on down there and smoke a little dick now. You don't have to smoke on don't have to smoke a pack of dicks. You're gonna give you a 6-figure salary, give you all of the damn benefits. And don't you got children? Got about 2, 3 baby daddies, don't you? Yeah, come on in here. And a lot of women will go ahead and do that shit. And then they'll turn around and be like, man, I got it going on. You know what I mean? They start acting like they start flexing and shit. Like, nah, you done sold your soul, right? If you could be sold, you could be bought. If you could be bought, you could be sold. And you can't wash that filth off. Just can't wash it right on off of you, right? Can't wash that shit off, sis. And niggas can smell it on you. You think they can't, niggas know. And they be knowing it, you know. They be showing you, oh yeah, I'm vacationing here, I'm doing that, but they don't never show you the person that's paying for that shit. It be some old wrinkled, bald ass white man that might got about 3 years left to live, paying for all that shit. They don't ever show the the provider. They don't know. They never show the provider of the amenities. That's right. That's right. 6ix9ine. That's one of my favorite lines. He told the director, "I'm trying to get into school." He said, "Take them glasses off and get in the pool." That's right. Straight up, get your ass in that pool, girl. You here now? It ain't no going away, right? And I don't feel sorry for no grown ass woman. I just don't. I feel sorry for the children. Because once you turn 18, you are more than accountable. You're not just responsible. You're gonna be held accountable for what you think, say, and do. Said, "Would a copper crown be good for meditation?" I don't. I mean, if you want to wear it, I don't use a copper crown. I don't need nothing to meditate. Just a wall sometimes, a wall or a chair. That's all I need. And the reason why I say a wall is so I can make sure. I like to be sure that my back is straight. You don't want to meditate without your back being straight. You get your strongest meditations from just sitting back straight to a tree, you know. And my chest plates too. I love to meditate with my chest plates. When I put a chest plate on, I'll just lock. I already could just lock right in. On cue. I could meditate and have people walking all around and everything. And it don't do me no, never mind. Right? Yeah. But if that's something you want to do, go ahead and do it. It ain't gonna it's not gonna I really can't tell you if it's gonna do something better or if it's worse, because I don't need all of that. I've been meditating for over 28 years now, cognizantly. And I ain't need none of that. I don't even need a guided meditation and none of that shit. I don't need no music or nothing. I don't need it. I didn't been so repetitious with it that, but you can go ahead and experiment with it, man. The people that's selling the copper crown, Shamari, you need to ask them that. But that's not something I provide. But I have been told by a few Reiki practitioners and Reiki masters, like, yo, man, what the fuck you putting this org? Like, what you mean? They're like, man, your shit a little different than the stuff I be getting. The fuck? Like, is there something wrong? They be like, no, my shit enhanced. But see, originally I used to do this for people that was Reiki practitioners. People that already are spiritual practitioners. Right? So I like to sit in the sun when I meditate. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's the best time. I like to meditate outside too, sis. I get in my backyard and line up with the sun and just meditate. I'll be gone. I'll be supercharged too when I come out of the transcendental state. I'll be ready. I gotta go live. That's why, like, if y'all look through some of my old videos, y'all, and you'll be like, damn, this nigga amped up. That's because I just came. I came from outside and I was meditating outside, you know? Yeah, that sun, it's a catalyst. It gives you so much photonic energy and plasmatic energy that you just be on super saiyan. The information be flowing at an alpha rate. How to do that, y'all? How to do it? I don't be wanting to eat nothing. Like I was telling the brother earlier, like shit, man, summertime, you don't really gotta eat. You get so much photonic energy. All you gotta do is drink water, stay hydrated. Cucumbers, pineapples, celery, things that are high in that has a lot of hydrogen in it, right? That are mostly water based vegetables. There's certain things you should be eating at certain times of the year. You shouldn't be eating certain things all year round, right? We coming out of the candy yam season. Now you shouldn't be eating no more candy yams. And like I said earlier, that shit'll cook in your stomach. Especially you stay in like Atlanta or somewhere like that, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. That food be cooking in your stomach, man. People don't know that. Even the fruit that you eat, that shit cook in your stomach. Fruits and vegetables, not all vegetables, but all fruits, they die in your body. They still alive. Yeah, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, all summer. Philadelphia, Philadelphia get extra hot. People be eating them cheese steak sandwiches and shit. That shit cooking in your belly. Ooh, cooking again. But just drink your water. Make sure y'all drink plenty of water, man. Make sure y'all putting your feet in the grass. Make sure that you inhaling that sunlight. Lift your hands up to the sky, and you got chakra points in your hands, right? You got portions of your hands that's connected to the organs in your body, just like you got it in your feet. That's why I be telling y'all to put your hands up to the sun as well. Lift your head back and start inhaling that sunlight, right? Start doing it now, especially if you stay in a cold climate. As winter time come, you're not gonna get sick. You're not gonna be susceptible to colds and people sneezing on you. Or you sitting somewhere where somebody had a cold, and now you done sat there and you can feel the resonance of their sickness. You're like, damn, somebody must have been sick that was sitting here. You get up and move, and you might start sneezing. You'll sneeze that shit up out of you right fast. you know. But it's important to stay grounded, man. Just all year round. Uh, don't take that time for granted and make certain that you're consistent with it. At least 4 times a week. If you ain't been doing it at all, I say do that shit every damn day. Do it every day. If this your first year grounded, you need to be doing it every day. But for people like Tanisha, and y'all already know what time it is. I don't gotta tell you. But this is hashtag spirituality for beginners. I'm always looking to speak to the people that are new so that they can be put up on game, man. Because I just remember those times. I didn't know what a chakra was. I didn't know what meditation was. I was unfamiliar with the mind's eye and all of that. I heard niggas rap about it, but I wasn't familiar. I didn't know uh the intricacies of it, right? But once I did, that was a wrap. I was totally interested. And I just want to encourage people that are new to get on that same type of time. You know, what's up, Peyote? Yeah, but that shit is wild, man. I don't know how to, my pops sent me that and told me about Prince Henry, man. Like, oh shit. Prince Henry used to be at the Diddy parties too. Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a video on the YouTube. I seen it on one of the Christian channels. And some little rapping nigga, he had tattoos all over his neck, all over his face and shit. His locks be turning honey brown. Yeah, I mean, it's the sun moving through your antennas, man. You charged up. If it's happening at the tips, you really tapped in. And see, some people, they'll see other people with like brown highlights in their hair, and they'll think that they dyed their hair, but the person didn't dye their hair. They just be out in the sun, right? you know. Oh, you said Prince Andrew? Okay. I knew it was one of them. Shit. Yeah, he's seen several times at the Diddy residence. Thanks, Pops. Yeah, it was Prince Andrew, you guys. Yeah, hey, they there. I was watching this little Christian YouTube short, and the brother, he looked, you know how these little young niggas be looking. He looked like he was half nigga, half something else. He had all these damn tattoos all over his body. And he was like, he was doing a Complex magazine photo shoot, and they had him in this exclusive neighborhood. I want to say in Calabasas or somewhere. He said a motherfucker turned into the devil in front of him, but before that happened, he was like, they asked him, he had asked, like, yo, man, how y'all got all these Ferraris and these Lamborghinis? I thought you said you only been doing this for a few years. He was like, I have, man. He like, shit, the Illuminati ain't come holler at you? He was like, that shit for real? He was like, yeah, nigga. Like, in fact, tonight, Leonardo DiCaprio gonna be hosting an event. he he hosting the ritual for the night. I was like, damn. He was like, what do I gotta do? He was like, man, you gotta let him fuck you in your ass for 24 hours. Or he gotta fuck you in the mouth for 24 hours. Like for 24 hours? Like, yeah, man, he gonna do it for 24 hours. Him and a few other people. He ain't say the other names, but he said Leonardo DiCaprio. You see how high up? And see, a lot of y'all just be looking at the so-called black people. But no, it be the white motherfuckers is down with it too. Don't, boy. Tom Hanks can't even come back to America. They gonna have to charge that motherfucker. He stay in Greece, where there is no law against you having sex with a child. He can't even come back. So I know y'all, I just remember back in the days, like with Ben Stiller. I'm like, man, what was his name? Ben Stiller? Ben Stiller hanging out with Puff Daddy and shit. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Like, man, what the hell Ben Stiller doing with this nigga? Puppy that famous that the white people want to be down with him? Yeah, man, they all in the damn orgy together. And that's your business if you get off like that. But to use that and weaponize it against people and turning people out and acting like you normal, that's fugazi. Just say that you like to smoke dicks. So we won't buy your record. So we won't let you influence us. And that's your own personal business if that's what you into. Right? But at least give me the goddamn heads up and the chance to say if I want to fuck with what you got going on or not. You know, everybody and their mama know that Luther Vandross was sweet as a strawberry shortcake. but we listen to his music. You know what I mean? He made no qualms about who he is. Same thing with Freddie Jackson. Same thing with Little Richard. He was upfront and honest. Pun intended. But other motherfuckers don't be upfront and honest. Don't be trying to act like you all, you know, like you super thug and your ass, you like getting schlongs put up your dookie chute. Let me make that decision. Like, I don't know. I don't want to listen to this. He like doing all that? I'm good. It's very paradoxical. You know what I mean? But I don't care. I don't put it past none of them. And all that shit got to come out. It all got to come out now, man. It all got to come out. You know, like it's this monk that I follow on on the Instagram, and he a Chinese monk. He was talking about like, yo, man, we got to stand up and castigate these demons. Are they gonna go for the next thing? Because they see we niggas. I ain't gonna say people didn't do nothing during COVID. Because motherfuckers show resistance in Texas against that COVID shit. Like, fuck that. We not for no COVID. A lot of people was not having that COVID shit, man. Straight up and down. It was a bunch of fights that broke up out over wearing that mask, and you can't come in here if you don't have a mask, and we don't care if people don't have a mask. I seen it in real time. So this next level with them with these pedos, see, they tried to shadow ban it, but they found the pedo ring outside of Dallas Fort Worth at the end of 2024. A lot of people got arrested and all that shit. They hurried up and suppressed that knowledge. They didn't want people to know about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that mask didn't help at all. And then with that stuff, it's like nobody died from COVID. Motherfuckers was dying. They was dying from taking the vaccine. The vaccine was killing people, not the damn COVID virus. I seen that on the first report. And I was like, man, people is getting sick. Like, motherfuckers get sick every damn year. Like, but they dying now. Like, yeah, because they taking that vaccine. It's like they went up under the kitchen cabinet and put some shit together and said, yeah, stick yourself with this shit. It ain't funny because a lot of people checked up out of here. They all checked up out of here, man. A lot of people, and that was a population control tactic. You know, by Bill Gates and the World Health Organization, the World Health Organization program. Them and Tony Fauci and shit. I know that's right. Yeah, I ain't had no vaccine since then either. I want to say I took a booster when I was little. And, you know, you got to take some, somebody was trying to argue me against these points. But if you stay here in the New World in North America, you do got to take something. Don't take that shit and try to go over there to Africa or some shit. Not had no shots. You gonna catch malaria, and that shit'll kill your ass. You be like, damn, what happened? You know, I know a brother that passed over there, caught malaria. He didn't take them little shots that he should have been taking. They make you take some shots. They ask you gonna be in the bush and all that shit. Certain things you do need to take because you didn't grow up in those type of environments. That shit'll kill your ass. That's what happened during the Vietnam War. It was the mosquitoes and shit like that that was killing the people. Going into these bushes and these jungles and shit. You don't go outside your door and it's a jungle. It's concrete, wires and shit. The physiology of your makeup is recalibrated in a whole nother way than it is for somebody else. And I just want people to be aware of that, especially when you go into other countries that are not on that same standard. That's why they started westernizing a lot of these different countries, and they got these cities because people was dying, man, coming back from these places with all type of diseases and shit. Old girl said, man, fuck that, I'ma stay home. I know that's right, sis. It's like, fuck that. I'll be the same way. Like, shit, I'm gonna be a little homebody on your ass. hmm Now, Dr. Fauci still be around. It's a little evil ass, little fucking imp. You can see the gargoyle superimposed over him too. Them extra big ears. He got that little pointy nose. His shoulders be all up into it, looking like a vulture. I got a man. Yeah. But Dr. Shiva Ayadari, shouts out to Dr. Shiva Ayadari. Dr. Shiva Ayadari, who is now the senator for Massachusetts, shouts out to him. Man, he was on Dr. Andy Fauci from day one. Is it Tony Fauci and Andy Fauci? I can't remember which one. Man, he was telling people about this motherfucker from day one and how he is not a doctor. That nigga he does not know anything about medical science at all. All he does is approve grants for people that come up with viruses and vaccines. That's what he does. So he shouldn't even be sitting on no type of, he shouldn't be a surgeon general, in other words. He been in the White House's administration for over 40 years. Also to being responsible for bringing AIDS to America. These some sick motherfuckers. But y'all got to realize, always remember this, y'all. You get 100 years at best. Y'all got to remember that. You get 100 years at best. Nobody living 1,000 years. Not yet anyway. Right? Not living 1,000 years. You're going to end up having to check out. They not Superman. I don't care how super villain they ass try to act. Or how malefic the act that they have they have done. They're gonna have to face divine retribution for the bullshit that they done did. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to face that retribution. And they don't be wanting to, but hey man, you do right, you have a nice life. You'll live your life out all the way to the end. Shouts out to your granddad. So my grandma, one of my grandmas lived to be 96. She didn't die from no natural causes. She just was ready to go. 96. Nothing was wrong with her. You know what I mean? For real. My grandma was like, yo, I'm out. It's time to go. Ain't shit else I could do. And she was walking. She wasn't all sickly in the bed like, oh, I'm on my last leg. No tubes or none of that shit. And that's a blessing to make it to your 90s. You done did something right all of your life when you make it that far. You hear me? Hmm. I believe it. Go to Africa, and people be living in it. They be living in their 90s. Some of them make it to 100. Like, damn. I was telling a brother the other day, a dude trying to talk about all that vegan stuff. And that's cool if you've been eating fucked up all your life. But I seen a lady in Ghana, she was 86, man. And she picked up a chicken by the hand and just whopped his head off with the machete like it was nothing. I knew she was about 50. I thought she was maybe in her late 60s, right? Oh, I mean, her late 50s and maybe early 60s. She was like, yeah, I'm 86. I was like, damn, are you 86? He was like, yeah. I said, are you vegan? Of course she wasn't vegan. She was like, you Americans, you have to eat. You think that this is going to make you last long. You think like the white man. You want to live, you're going to live. Period. You just don't need to be eating all the time. People think they need to stuff their body. You don't need to be eating 3 times a day. Like I be saying, just eat once a day. Eat light. Drink plenty of water. Think positive. You will have a long life. You know? I know a lot of swamis and even with Sai Baba, one of the many ancestors be with him, one of the avatars for the Asiatic black man and the Hindus. He he died on cue. Him and several other, you know, uh Shrees. And what about the ones that's on the evil side that live a long time, family? Yeah, you might have missed that, Tony Doherty. Shouts out to Tony. I said they be doing everything in their power not to die. They be having triple bypass surgeries. They might have 7 to 8 surgeries. And that's what I was saying earlier about making yourself an organ donor. Don't make yourself an organ donor, y'all. Because once one of those evil, malefic motherfuckers need one, guess who they coming for? That's what be happening. That's how they able to live long like that. I was talking about the Queen of England earlier. How, man, that bitch was holding on for dear life. The last 10 years of her life, she was doing everything to keep staying alive because she was not ready to face the divine retribution and the karmic ramifications of the malefic acts that she exacted while she was. They don't be wanting to meet that shit. So they be trying to attempt to find a way to prolong their life. Look at George Bush Sr. You can see the gargoyle superimposed over him. And that nigga was the same way. Like, shit. He was already dead. It's like, damn, why? he was he was doing his damnedest not to die. You know what I mean? That's right, IB. We sure would. Let your ass had to hunt. We gonna see how plant based. Ooh, I was talking to one of my students last night about that. People say that they plant based. I want to see your ass eat a plant. I'm gonna clip about 4 or 5 leaves off of one of my plants and let me see somebody eat that plant. Spinach is not a plant. Eating vegetables, that's not plant based. And the soul, shouts out to the soul. She had highlighted that. You know, if it's plant based, that means that it's based on a plant. That don't necessarily mean that you eating plant because you got a plant-based diet. You know, vegan burgers and vegan chicken wings and shit like this. Go eat a fucking chicken wing. God damn. You know what I mean? That shit got so many chemicals and so much bullshit in it. You ain't got to do all that. Like my buddy Dash used to say, man, if you don't need to eat more than what can fit in the palm of your hand. If it can't fit in the palm of your hand, and it's like Drew, like you don't need to be eating all that. Yeah, tell it to so. She said it'd be unproducible ingredients in the plant-based food, and a lot of it smell like dog food. It sure do. It sure do. And I'm glad that I got off of that because I was a raw vegan. Like I eat carrots, celery, and I was a real picky eater. So all the herbs that I took, I would just take herbs and just take them raw, bitter. Drink plenty of water. Eating bread. I did take brown rice and wild rice, but I only did it for 6 months, and I did have a lot of energy, but I appeared sickly to people. Like, damn, nigga, you on that? You smoking rocks, my nigga? Like, huh? Like, yo, man, you look like you be on that dope, nigga. Said plant-based means made in the plant. That's a good one, man. That's some discernment like a motherfucker right there, 69. Yeah. Plant-based meaning it is made in the plant. Damn. Damn. That's another way to look at it. That I was like, man, I ain't never seen nobody eat no plant. But it is good to eat healthy and don't overwhelm yourself with too much meat like you a damn herbivore. Our body is not meant to consume meat like that. It's not. But you don't need to be consuming anything too much. We just need to make sure you got enough water in your body and your body itself will respond to certain things. It's going to tell you that it'll tell you what you need to eat. I remember one time I didn't like okra. And my homeboy Mike at the time, Love Power Majestic, shouts out to Mike. He was like, yo, taste this okra. He used to grow it in his garden. I was like, man, I don't like okra. Because it'll be all slimy and shit. And I don't know. I ain't like how it tasted in my mouth. My mom used to always make it. He was like, no, it tasted like this. Man, I ate that okra one time and I liked it. I was like, damn, I thought it was going to be slimy. He was like, yeah, that's when you cook the shit. You ain't supposed to cook okra. People don't know that. You're supposed to just eat it raw. See, I used to be a raw vegan. And when I would eat my raw vegetables, that's what made me start liking certain vegetables. Like, okay, I like this. I can eat this. But okra tastes different raw than it does when you cook it. It changes up the chemical breakdown of the food when you put it in your body when you cook something. You know? These are things to be very cognizant of. Yeah, but this Tahuti Rudy Thoth Day. I guess we'll go on the board and get back to the Tahuti. It is Tahuti Rudy. Tahuti Pata Rudy Thoth Day. He said, I like it raw. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like things raw too, Mother Edenberg. It gotta be raw for me. Especially my carrots. Carrots and it drank a whole damn thing of orange juice. Oh shit. Yeah, you gotta have your vitamins and minerals. Like I said, the summertime is approaching. We are coming into the sun cycle. Hmm. Put my little vitamin C in. Definitely want to make sure that you got all of your vitamins and minerals. Make sure that you putting your feet in the grass, man. I tell people that all the time. Put your feet in the grass. Put your feet in the grass. And more people been doing it. More people been inhaling the sunlight. See, we didn't have no winter last year. Y'all remember that? Then would you recommend sitting or directly on your internet box? Huh? You said sitting on your internet box? You talking about the tech? No, I would not put the tech on a I wouldn't put it on my box. You ain't even gotta do it like that. Just sit it next to it. I got one of my orgons. I call it the ancient one. I got the ancient one. It won't let you type it. It's all good. I know what you was talking about. But yeah, just put it next to it. You ain't gotta be all it's gonna absorb it anyway. Right? I'll show y'all mine. I call this the ancient one. This is one of my ones. I use it for my plants. This one. This one got tree agate. This just show you. And I ain't trying to spook nobody out. But look at all of this stuff on it. And this been sitting next to my internet box over a year. I ain't cleaned it off or nothing. It's been sitting next to my internet box. Look at that. See how filthy that is? Look at all the filth it collected. And people don't, oh man, it ain't doing all of that. This is from my internet box. I did get a little wax on here. That's when I used to have it by my plants, though. Look at all of that filth it collected. I'm telling y'all, man, it ain't a game. Some people think it's a game. That shit absorb. It do its job. It's gonna protect it. You know. And I was driving down the California coast, clear sky, until we came up on the 5G tower. Then it was always a dark cloud over it. Yeah, man. There's some radiation. People not aware how much radiation get put out here. Then my tablet has a lot of it. Gotta clean it. Yeah, you can see like, damn, man, what the happened to my tech? Like that shit didn't absorbed all that shit, right? I'm telling y'all, like uh, this particular mold that I use for this, they stopped making the mold. They stopped making the mold. They even stopped making. They stopped making the type of stuff that's necessary for the mold to be made. And then these type of joints stand up to that to the you can put the orgone in it real good. They don't like that shit, man. Probably why they ain't letting people see this live either. And that's all good, you know. But a lot of people be off. They don't be realizing how off they be if they don't have orgone in their home. They don't be realizing it. I see it all the time on the TikTok, and people will say, "Hey, uh, right in the comment section, hey, what's your website?" And y'all know how I put the website across my uploads. I'm like, "Yo, man, this right there." Sometimes they'll inbox me, private message me. I'd be like, "Yo, you ain't see the website on the video?" Like, "Oh shit, I wasn't even looking at that." That's the website? Yeah, motherfucker, say 1089techvision.com. But people be off. They don't even be aware that they off. Right? Not even aware of it. But somebody got to put that information out there for the people and let them know. You know, I'm not a radical orgone builder either. You know, I don't advocate for people to be throwing, orgone at towers and climbing over fence and burying it by cell phone towers and shit like that. You know, I don't advocate for all of that. Mind your business and keep the focus on yourself and worry about your own personal environment. Because it's enough. It's enough to repel shit. You know what I mean? It's my little psychic protector right here. But it be absorbing all the damn radiation. I had to clean it off. Remember when you couldn't see the crystal in there? Now you can see the crystal. And the film already, you can kind of see the film when I hold it to the side. It got a little film, got the film in it, on it. That's from these LED lights and from my laptop. I always sit my phone on top of the laptop. And all of that radiation, my devices be absorbing that shit. Right? Same thing with the tablets. That's why I put a couple of tablets up there. And it's real strong. It's fortified. My chest plate is highly fortified. Right? But if the radiation is intense, you know, it will absorb it. Look over the course of time, you be like, damn. Like when I just pulled that one out, the ancient one, I was like, damn, I gotta clean this motherfucker off. Looking nasty. I done cleaned it before, but it's time to clean it again. Like, can't get that shit another cleaning. Telling y'all, they on 6G. We on 6G now. Do you use baking modes? No, I don't. You can. And that's what I was talking, that's what I was referring to when people be using them modes and they be throwing them at cell phone towers and digging up the ground and I don't tell people to do that. The people that introduced me to orgone, they used to do shit like that, man, and all three of them motherfuckers ended up dead. Two white dudes and a black dude, right in Atlanta. You know, right off the 20 where they got that big ass tower that say Corey. You know what I'm talking about? Right next to it, they got that big ass cell phone tower. They crazy ass jumped over that fence and was digging up the ground and putting the orgone in there made out of them baking molds. You know, like that's for muffins and shit like that. They was being too radical about it. I'm like, yo, it ain't that serious. And I could feel that I was, sensitive to the life force energy that orgone promotes. And I used to always purchase orgone from these dudes and other people. Anybody that would make it, I was very interested in it. I always set it around me while I meditated and, would always catch a Zen vibe from doing that, right? And to the day, Ned P. Rue, shouts out to Ned P. Rue. Ned P. Rue was making them pyramids, and something snatched my pyramid out of this dimension. It had to tear a hole in the fabric because I was tapping into some shit. And my pyramids kept coming up missing. I'm like, damn. I was like, yo, I need another pyramid. It's like, yo, man, I'm not going to make another one, man. I'm like, yo, man, come on. I need one. I'm breaking bread for it. Shit, if I want to get 2 or 3 or 4 of them, just, But what it was is that he wasn't trying to make them like that. You know what I mean? Oh, that dryer. Dryer got me off. Yeah, but a lot of individuals, it's like, man, just get you a piece of orgone, man. Put that shit around your neck. Stop playing. I be telling people, you ain't even got to get that shit for me. But if you want Orgonite at the highest order, you're gonna have to get it from me. Because my shit got a sentient consciousness on it, meaning that it is aware that it exists. It's aware that it exists. That's why y'all be having them crazy synchronicities pop off like that. Like, yo, how's this shit happening? That shit alive. And it's orchestrating things on the subtle field of this reality. And it's lining you up with grid lines that's outside the visible spectrum, bringing these synchronic like activities into your reality, into your visible reality. Because it doesn't, the crystals in it don't communicate with you on the physical level outside of when you're touching it. But it does on the subtle levels, like the piezoelectric levels, right? It taps into the piezoelectric field, which is holding the magnetic structure of all the atoms and the molecules and the cells in your body. And when you become aware of that, and the neurons become aware of that, and the crystals see that you're aware of that, and it's on and popping from there. Like you was talking about wearing a copper, what's the name? You could do that, a copper crown. I like to use mine for meditating. I always did that. Even before I was building orgone. That's what I would copy for. Like, yo, this shit it set the vibe right. It set the atmosphere correct. Man, that candle finally went out. My candle's been burning through real fast, man. I just lit this candle on Monday night, and the other one went out yesterday morning, but this one went all the way through the day and the night. I got to stop putting that Baruti oil in there. But I took it through the day and the night. Y'all got any questions? Come on, questionnaire. You ain't got no question for me? You might go on over to the TikTok. We're going to do TikTok after here. But I knew they wasn't going to let me talk about Prince Andrews and all that shit. The Nabla group, right? Look up the Nabla group. That's the National Association of Boys Loving Adults. Remember how they used to catch people on NBC and they be talking to them online? And it'd be a full-blown grown man talking to a little 12-year-old boy. He'd be talking real debaucherous with the little boy. Then what is amethyst good for? Yeah, you can Google that, man. That deals with the crown chakra. It also deals with addictions, right? It alleviates addictions and it also strengthens your psychic clarity, strengthens your intuition. If you go to the website, I got a plethora of videos under crystals and properties, and I show you all. I'll give you a full breakdown of each crystal, but just on a simple level, that's what it deals with. Amethyst is here to help the planet. You know, it's here to assist you. It's one of the most accessible crystals here in the United States, and you can get access to that a lot more easier than it's the most easiest crystal to attain. Let's just put it like that. Right? Something like showerite, which is one of my favorites. Like, you see that is purple, all that purple in there. And one of the events, people was like, "Ooh, that's amethyst." I was like, "Nah, this is showerite." Now, showerite, you won't be able to find this as it's not as accessible as amethyst is. You can find amethyst anywhere, but it's helpful. Same thing with tiger's eye. You know, yeah, I told you about calling me up, my nigga. You're not my nephew. Not one of my siblings' children. Yeah, that's showerite. You can find this on my website too. I give a full dissertation on the showerite. Showerite, amethyst. You know, there's one piece I show right here. This don't got showerite in it. It got amethyst, bososiderite. Bososiderite ain't no joke either. And it got iolite in it. This shit, all of this right here, if you feel like this not clicking right, oh, you need to put this around. You having crown chakra problems? Look up the symptoms for unbalanced chakras that's in the head area. I put together a mix. See that white stone that I put in the center of most of my pieces? I know people be wondering, like, yo, where you always got that white stone there? That's because I'm using more than shit. Like, this got 6 crystals in it. You're welcome, beloved. This one got this got 6 different crystals in it. Bososiderite, amethyst, iolite, and I put black tourmaline, obsidian, and shungite into everything, right? Plus the socialite. Socialite it knows how to make all of the different crystals vibrations operate as one synergetic field and do it in a harmonious way. There any piece for the root? Oh yeah, I got something for the root right here. You know, if you having erectile dysfunction problems, or if you have an overactive root chakra, if you're too horny, oh me so horny, right? Here it is, right here. See that? This got red jasper, carnelian. Then where do I go about getting any of these? Yeah, go to the website, beloved. Go to the website, 1089techvision.com. Go to the website. Yeah, when you place your order, leave your phone number. I got a few orders. I know some of y'all like, damn, man, where my order at? It's coming. It's just when more people keep ordering, I don't be wanting to double back. This punk ass mailman, they done took my mailman away from me, y'all. They be trying to play with me because I can mail from the crib now. And every day this week, I got 3 packages right here for some people. But every day this week, they sent a different mailman and they keep coming earlier and earlier before I can get the packages ready. But, you know, I got y'all packages right here. From my man in the Netherlands, I got you too. Yeah. He said, is that a new IS segment? No, this is not the IS segment. This is the, I'm going to start calling this the seer for Osaru because it got Jasper in it. You see the Jasper in there. It got some carnelian in it. And that's it. And of course, the socialite. And you know it's sitting on the bed of shungite. This been in front of my altar for a long time. All of the stuff I'm going to have at the seminars been at my altar for a long time, y'all. It got a lot of prayers. It got a lot of hiccup on it. It got a lot of cosmic energy on it. And so do the oil that I'm going to have. Like, the oil is crazy. Right? Yeah, but that worked for the root chakra right there. This will put you all the way in there and get you balanced. You can read about those crystals on my website. Or go to my TikTok page. I don't know if you follow me on TikTok, but on the TikTok page as well. You know, I give, and on the Instagram. But I got a litany of different crystals that work with certain chakras. And I program the crystal before I put it into the molds. You know, because I know how to accelerate the consciousness in the crystal. And said, I'm from South Africa. Can I still make a purchase? Yes. I'm delivering. I got somebody that ordered something from the Netherlands. I got people that order from the UK. I sent something to Kenya. That was about 3 months ago. Yeah, it don't matter where you're from. I'm gonna send it off. Only thing I say is when y'all order pyramids and stuff like that, you're gonna have to split the shipping cost with me. When I mailed it there, you know? He said, how can I get that particular one? I don't see it on the site. No, you just gotta order a medallion. Just order a regular medallion and make sure you leave your number. And what happens is when y'all leave your number, I'm gonna call you. Anybody that purchases Orgon, I call you. Not in case you like Somet Golokable. I can't even say his name. My man in the Netherlands. He always orders something. Every other month he be ordering something for me. This time he ordered some ancestor money. He ordered some a pop socket. But yeah, just leave your number and I'm gonna call you 6ix9ine. We're gonna chop it up and everything. You know, Shamari will tell you. The soul will tell you, everybody this they already in the community already. Yeah, but Mother Edenberg, she'll tell you too. I said, thank you, timekeeper. It's 11 people in the room too. Then can you customize a heart-shaped medallion? Do I got any hearts? I had to look through my molds. I got some hearts, but not no big hearts. No, you gotta go with what I got. I deal with squares. I got this, I call this the archway. This is fruition pebbles. This got 13 crystals in it. 13 crystals, really 17 if you include the dark matter mix. But this will line you up to the 13th chakra, this particular piece right here. It's very uncomfortable. You know, I tested it. It took me about a month to shift into that vibration. I had to get that disclaimer. It can be very uncomfortable. It's not a piece that you go to sleep with around your neck. It will be highly uncomfortable for you, right? But no, I don't be doing all hearts and stuff like that. I don't get all girly with it. Uh, I don't get too intricate. I do unks. Um, like I said, I do got hearts, but I use them for aesthetics. It's not like no big heart or nothing like that. 'Cause, that's Lakai, the Freedom Writer. Is that that's the rapping sister from TikTok? Peace of love. You must have seen my video. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for coming on over. Let me see. Here go another piece. It's the Ocean Jasper. Take out a couple of pieces for y'all so y'all can see some shit. Yeah, people eating this stuff up at the seminar, they gonna be on it. Look at some Larimar. A lot of people like to tap into Lemuria. I got the shit for you. Yeah, here goes some more amphilites. I did a lot of this because a lot of people say that they can't open their third eye, and some people be kind of delulu. But this right here, this is Ocean Jasper. Isn't that a beaut? And of course, it's sitting on shungite, black obsidian, and tourmaline. I done crushed it to sand. I got a jar, I got a crystal crusher, and I put the obsidian, the tourmaline, and the shungite into the crusher, and I crush it into a powder. So now I got like a big bowl of dark matter mix, and it really, like, when you put it into polyethylene resin, what begins to occur is it starts squeezing the electrons out of all the crystals, right? And they just explode out of the device. And I done destroyed my I done messed up my earbuds. I gotta go get some more earbuds. Somebody bought me some Meta glasses for my birthday, and I had that tech around. Like, I can't even put I can't put the Meta glasses on, man. I didn't have my tech on. That shit it'd be having shit fucked up. I can't use the Meta glasses. But this is Ocean Jasper. Uh, then we got the Larimar. That's the Lemurian-like crystals. Yeah, you kind of girly. You like hearts. Yeah. Yeah, I try to keep it universal. Yeah, that's Larimar. See that I got the Sri Antri sacred geometry symbol on there. This deals with synchronicity. I got one on here, but this definitely lines you up with the Lemurian frequency. And yeah, that's a fake. Okay, whatever. How you doing today, little troll? Thank you. But yeah, that's Larimar crystal. I haven't crushed that one up yet. Here's one, Larimar. That's Larimar crystal as well. Sitting on a bed of shungite, black obsidian, and black tourmaline. He said NWA or Wu-Tang. They from two different eras. I would have to say Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. How about that? That if you could do that, I really want to make jewelry pieces that include your organite. Yeah. Thank you, Lakai. Yeah, so yeah, Larimars and all my people that's in my people that stay in the West Indies and the Caribbean, they really like the Larimar. Real good seller amongst my Dominican and Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. And I'm telling y'all, like the chest plates, to NWA West Coast. Yeah, I like NWA too. But this live not about music, man. This is Q&A with Dr. Ray. You know what I mean? I'm not no fanboy. A lot of y'all niggas be idolizing niggas that be smoking dicks. They dick smokers. You know, it is what it is. But you got any real questions? No fanboy questions. Can I go over the tablet with the 13 crystals? Yeah, certainly. And I got another tablet that got 33 crystals in it. I'm telling you, that thing is very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Right? Very uncomfortable. Take down the Nabla boys. This has I call it, shouts out to Dia Ah. She the one, she named this. Because I called it Fruity Pebbles. And she said, no, Fruition Pebbles. This got turquoise, amethyst, serpentine, what else I got in there? Carnelian. Okay, I said amethyst. Cheerio. Got some citrine in here. Got citrine in there. I'm doing it based on looking at it so I can hit all of the particular stones that's in there. Oh, yellow fluorine. Oh, red jasper, red coral. That's what I got in that other piece I said that got red coral and carnelian in it. it got red coral in it too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you got the Sosalite. You know, that's the connector stone. Then you got, of course, the dark matter mix. And I could have put more stones in here, but I was trying to isolate it to 13. And shungite, tourmaline, black tourmaline, and black obsidian. I think that's more than 13. No, it's not. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, it's one more missing. Mukite jasper. Them the 13 stones that's inside of this. Isn't it a beaut? People be like, yo, hey, when I be checking out somewhere, people look at it and be like, oh man, that's beautiful. All the cash registers, all the cashiers always want to look at my piece. They go another one. You can see. You can kind of see the stones better in it. Highly aesthetic. The aesthetics on these things is beautiful. Let me show you one with 33 stones in it. I just got to get that disclaimer though. It is highly uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable at first. Not saying you can't get over it, but it's highly uncomfortable. Because of the vibration. The vibration on it is so high. Let me show you this one for. It's got chrysocolla in it too. And that's malachite and chrysocolla. And I got a little bit of azurite in there. Then here goes some larimar mixed with malachite. And I put some larvacite and quartz together. And these things are highly magnetic. Man, I thought that it ain't hitting the it ain't hitting the magnet. But oh, it's the word of power. It's got some words of power encapsulated in it. It's blocking it. But here go the one with 33 crystals in it. This one got 33 different crystals. Very uncomfortable to wear. I just got to get that disclaimer. Very uncomfortable. And of course, y'all know about the RÉign, the RÉign Ultra. What I've discovered about the RÉign as well is that it enhances your memory and how you retain information. It helps you retain the information from your daily activities. So you're gonna lessen the probability of forgetting where you put stuff. That's the Amphilite again. That's another variant. Isn't it a beaut? Yeah, thank you, beloved. Let's see here. And it made my computer hibernate, pulling all this tech out. Trying to check the time. All right. Yeah, so y'all come join me over there on TikTok. We're gonna go to the TikTok side and show the people what we got over there. You know, come join us in Atlanta, March the 7th and the 8th. Come join us for the 1089 seminar. And we will be getting together on the 6th, a day with Dr. RÉign. Come learn how to ground if you don't know how to ground, even if you do. Let's all do it together, all in together now. Inhale some sunlight. Show you the breathing techniques and show you the different things that will help give you that plasmatic charge. And come get hit with the staff. Said flood the talk with the tech. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go over there and get him some. So the Hootie Rudy Thoth Day, man. Come meet me over there, and we gonna get back on it. We gonna everybody ain't come from the TikTok to come get on the YouTube. But that's all good. Meet me over there in a minute, you guys. I'm gonna go refresh myself and give TikTok a couple of hours too. All right. So peace and love. See you guys over there. Who am I? Let me charge.